Buckingham Palace, so let's tell you about Palace. Rolling straight to the ceiling, crowns and crystals, top like journeys, dishing out malice. Hold up, South London's grandest, far from bandits. Anything earned for a goal of innovation, just passing the team over here might finish out bright future, we can't vanish. It's E25 any day, that's sellers. Rev up the engines, no more reverse reactions, Falcons bands on stream. Share up the team, support the dream team when Eagles fly, make noise and scheme. Dare to dream or dream to dare, taking a step to become supreme.
Good evening, guys. Good evening. Hope you're well. Hope you can hear me okay. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you can do so. I believe the chairman is going to be joining me shortly. And yeah, if you, I mean, this is the Chelsea match preview. We're hoping to have a Chelsea fan OTC with us tonight as well. But if it's not, we will just chat about the game briefly and then we will talk about what has been another crazy day in the world of Crystal Palace. As you come in, obviously, please smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. And yeah, well. Let me address those who are already here in the chat. Big up to the dog. He says, big up your last is not worth 40 million. Dude can't even start for Wolves. Wolves, I'll give a bit of like my feelings on that in a minute. Big up Harv, he says, evening. And big up Pat, he says, Nate Lynch, the only Pixel website to bro. I don't know what you mean by that. Anyway, big up Pat. And big up Mary. Hope you're doing well. And also to Ollie. We need a win. We need a win. He's not been able to post a video in a while. Hopefully we get it this Sunday. But look, before let's address some of the news today. Whilst waiting for guess him. Oh, that's what you meant, the pixel, but my lag. Oh, fantastic. Hold on, let me have a look. To be fair, where I'm based in the bedroom, it's never great, to be honest. But the young ones are in the front room doing the homework and that, so I didn't really want to disturb them. So yeah, bear with me. I mean, Chairman will be here soon, and his connection will probably be better than mine. But yeah, first things first, Mateta. Now, obviously, these reports have come out and said that he has given a verbal transfer request. Now, how true that is, we don't know. I think it was Nixon that reported it. But I think it's clear to everyone that he wants to leave. What do you call it? He wants to leave. What do you call it? This window, which is it's just like literally it's a domino effect, and everyone's just tumbling. You know. With that in mind, I think Juventus can only offer what I think it's 3 million in loan, and then a mandatory 25. I think they've put out like what do you call it? Basically, they said take 33 million euros or leave it, sort of thing, and that's still with a loan and ultimatum. That's what I was looking for. But it's still a loan with an obligation to buy as long as they make the Champions League. So that's pretty much I hope we don't accept that. That is stupid. That would be a very, very stupid deal if we do accept it. But then that's obviously linked into more rumours regarding Strand Larson, because obviously Matt Hobbs was the one that brought him to Wolves. And yeah, I mean, it brings up Dog's earlier comment with his worth 40 million. I think he's worth about 35. I think the whole aspect of him not starting for Wolves is because he was promised, I know he only had one season at Wolves, but he was promised the move to Newcastle, and then that didn't materialise. What happened within Wolves, I don't know. So I'm not going to go speculate. But his form dipped. I think he kind of down tools, unfortunately. And that's the reason why he's not starting games now. I think it's clear that he wants out. Kind of similar to JP's situation, you know, and I think that's had an impact on his performances for Wolves. But last season, he got, 14 goals in the league? You know, so he knows where the goal is. Like, he is a decent player. But yeah, I guess 40 is a bit much. 35, yeah. If it kind of matches Mateta's fee, then that's cool. I mean, I'm surprised we're not getting anything more for JP. Yes, he may not be on form, but we're just terrible sellers, unfortunately. Like, other clubs will easily get 50, 60. I'm sure Harvey Elliott, who hardly played for Liverpool, went for 40. You know, like, these are the things that we don't really do, or we don't really sell well. And then the other bit of news, and it looks like Wrexham are going to outbid us for a player. Now, I don't know if it's because we don't want to pay that much for this player. I know we've been looking at Sharif and trying to get a loan with an obligation in the summer. But yeah, like, Wrexham, I've said, yeah, we got 19 million here for you. Now, I'll be real with you. Like, I'm not happy with Parish. I'm not happy with the board. But if Wrexham come in and say, look, here's 19 million with no worry, no stress, nothing, and we're still trying to penny pinch, the board they all need to go. They all need to go. It's been a mess for years. And yeah, we just need to somehow get one owner who can somehow buy all of them out that might be successful. Because I know this whole Woody Johnson thing ain't great. But it's really bad. It's really bad. And obviously, I think now that Wrexham have come in for this, I don't know if it's 100% true. Like I said, we'd have to wait and see. But we're linked with now a backup player. It's a Rennes player. I'm trying to figure out his name. Let me see if we'll back into the socials to see if I can find where this is. No, bear with me. I'll find it in a minute. But yeah, it's a Rennes striker. He's 18 years old. And I think he's got 2 goals, 17 appearances. So he's another one for the future, basically. You know, but do we need players for the future? I don't think so. I think we need players for right now, because everyone's walking out that door, and it's a big problem. And I think lastly, what transfer-wise, I think we're not looking at a wing back or a right back. And yes, that El Hawadi links and talks have probably died, which has annoyed me. But I said we're looking at centre back. We said we're desperately looking for centre back. Now, the only thing I'd say regarding this whole right wing back situation, even though I'm not happy about it, is because the only thing I can think of is that we don't know what the new manager wants to play. We don't know if he wants to play 4 at the back or if he wants to play 5 at the back. Now, obviously, El Hawadi is better attacking than not. So, for example, like, if Glasgow wants to stay, or if we get a manager that plays wing backs, he'll be perfect for that. As a right back, we're not too sure. I'm not saying that he can't do it, but just not too sure. It's similar to MUNOZ. As a right back, I'm sure he'll be all right, but he's so much better as a wing back. You know, so yeah, that kind of brings us up to date, I believe, with everything transfer-wise. Just from today. Just from today. You know, stop Siri. And it's a complete mess. And I don't know where our club is anymore. You know, yeah, Chairman's going to be in a couple of minutes, and still haven't heard back from the Chelsea fan. If he doesn't, I'm going to cuss him out. No, I'm joking. Let's have a look through some more comments. Big Up Earth, who says, looks like it will not be Boom for Mateta anymore. Doom will be the new phrase for him. I bet many will shout boo as well. This is interesting. Yeah. Sunday is going to be very interesting, because what do we do as fans? Do we boo Glasner as he walks out? Do you boo Mateta every time he touches the ball? Like, what do we actually do? It's going to be because it's going to be divided. I think there'll be a split, you know. But it's a tough one, because the boos will probably they're going to be warranted, but at the same time we need to win games. We need to win games. So I don't know if booing's going to help, but if people do, I'm not going to be mad at them. I'm like, I get it, I understand it. Frustration, you know. I was saying that SARR coming back is like a new signing. It's probably how we'll treat it as well, because we're just so cheap. What he's saying, last one out, switch off the lights. This is it, literally, one by one, they're all just leaving. Summer's going to be even worse, by the way, because you're looking at, I know there's Lerma's out of contract. I think Hughes might be out of contract, Well, that might be next year. Kamada out of contract. Wharton's going to have suitors. I won't be surprised if Max goes. It could be a massive, massive rebuild needed, you know. And if we're doing business the way we're doing, where we're trying to penny pinch and we're not selling our best assets for the money we need to sell them for, we ain't going to be able to rebuild. We might have to play the Academy boys next year. Mary saying, I think JP's advisors haven't helped him. No, you know, agents and advisors and all that, they never help in these situations. They never help. His best chance is to play for France at the World Cup. His best chance to play for France at the World Cup is playing for us. It is, I believe, because he'll be playing regularly. But also, unfortunately, there's, you know, this big team bias sort of thing. If he goes to someone like Juventus, Deschamps will be like, oh, you're at Juventus, as opposed to you play for Palace, you know. It's like with Elise, we were screaming out for him to be in the French squad, and he didn't make the French squad until he joined Bayern Munich, you know. Big Mr. Jean saying here, sort of Mateta for Larson. Yeah, I think that's kind of like what people are thinking at the minute. Mary saying here, our recruitment team needs to up its game significantly. Bayern saying it's terrible. It's so bad. Well, we could potentially actually be one of the worst in the league. I think the only other club, maybe Fulham, because I know they get quite annoyed as well regarding like who they buy and how they sell and stuff. Have we got any players left? We got Chani Riyad. Yeah, nah, we ain't got much. Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that. MUNOZ should be back. What else is there? If JP wants more money, put him on a goal scorer. It's a great point. And I think this is what we need to do. But now I can see the language actually really bad. This is what we need to do as a club. When we get a striker, I think that's one of the clauses that needs to be on there. Goal scorer bonus. I think that needs to be mandatory because it seems like our players go through just patches. Like there's never ever real consistency with goal scoring, which is annoying. You know, Mr. Jean saying that something's going to be toxic. Mateta's on the contract for 18 months. To want out is a disgrace. Yeah, it is going to be toxic. But let's talk Sunday. Obviously, once again, congratulations to Ismaila Sarr who makes a return, and yeah, he's going straight into the lineup. And sounds like Daniel MUNOZ is coming straight back in as well, which makes things very interesting. What would your starting 11 be? Because I've got a theory, but I guess my theory is quelled if MUNOZ plays. If MUNOZ wasn't playing, I would have played Ismaila Sarr at right wing back, and have Johnson, Pino, Mateta the three. But with everything that's happening, I don't know anymore with this starting lineup. So guys in the chat, put your starting lineup for Chelsea. What would you go for? I'm going on to the side of taking Mateta out the team. That's how I think. So I'm going to go Henderson, MUNOZ, Richards, Lacroix. It sounds so weird we can't say guy, you know. And Lerma, and then Mitchell. The midfield two have to stay the same because that's the only two we got in Wharton and Hughes. And then I would go Pino, Johnson, and SARR up top. That's what I'll do. You know, if Mateta wants to go, see you later. You know, if MUNOZ isn't fit enough to start, then I guess we've got no choice but to play Mateta because you know Glaston's not going to pick Uche. And then I'll go SARR at wing back and then keep the front three the same. Let's see. In my opinion, we've got to lift all the players remaining not clear to toxic atmosphere. No, I get it. I get that, Mary. It's going to be very difficult to do so though, because we know when like players are saying, "No, I want to go," you know. So I could definitely see both sides. Mateta has always been up his own backside. It's funny now. The whole someone started retweeting the whole Wolf saga with Mateta. So that it's the wrong timing, but it's comedic relief, I guess. Majidine saying I'll play SARR up front on Sunday and Johnson on the right. Mateta on the bench. Yeah, similar to what I said. Especially if his first 11 is, interview. Anyway, to be fair, we'll find out tomorrow in the presser. We'll definitely find out in the presser. We need to outbattle them on Sunday. Leeds did outbattle them, yeah. Need to pick a team that's going to be physical. It's a great point, actually. It's a great point. But yeah, we face Chelsea, a Chelsea side who are been a bit inconsistent themselves. I believe Cole Palmer might be out. I don't know who else is out because they have about 50 players. And with that in mind, obviously, a new gaffer in Liam Rossini, who apparently we were speaking to about taking the job in the summer. But obviously, Blue Coat said to him, hey, you're going to Chelsea, and gave him no choice. Hold on. He said he's in the back. Yeah, I think he's in the wrong place. Give me a sec. Yeah, I think he's in the wrong place. I'm going to sort this out with the Chelsea guest. I think he's put himself in the wrong place, and then we'll get him on. But yeah, like I said, Chelsea have a few issues themselves, but we can't negate their quality, and the way we've been playing. Oh my goodness me! I think our best bet is going to be counter-attacking. I think it's our only bet, to be honest. And somehow we're going to have to be clinical, which is definitely something we've not been all season. So it is a tough game. I don't know if Chelsea changed the formation, because I remember with Liam Rossini against Strasbourg, he plays a 3 at the back as well. But I don't think he's changed that formation with Chelsea as of yet. And I don't know where we win this game. I really don't. Because even like someone like Sanchez, who was absolutely dreadful last season, has actually been pretty decent this season. So it shows that Chelsea have got the capabilities to just get over the line. I know a lot of fans weren't happy with their performance against Brentford. They felt like Brentford were all over them, but they got the win in the end. And it's something that we need to do. We're not going to have a lion's share of possession. We just need to somehow be able to get a win. And we need a win bad. We've not won in 10 in all comps. Or was it 11? In all comps, which is terrible. So we've got to find a way of winning the game. So he talks about Europa League, we're in mid-table. Yeah, I mean, hold on. Chairman, I think there's something up with your camera, is it me? Hold on. Can you hear us, Chairman? No, can't hear him at all. There we go. Right. Can't hear you. Still can't hear you. Can you hear me all right, though? Yeah, can't hear you. Might be your audio settings. Do you have an ability? Is there an option to check the mic at the bottom? There you go. Chairman's sorting that out. But yeah, look, as much as the Europa League is there, like we are in mid-table, but we're still I think 7 points off 4th, which is a bit mad considering how the season's been going. But at the same time, if you flip it, I believe Forest, who are 18th, are 6 points behind us. So it's really close in the table, and that's why it's so important to start winning games. And yeah, I mean, I believe you said it earlier that do you think we're going to get battered? I'm sure I saw a comment there. Oh, Damo, yeah. So Damo says he reckons we get slapped. You know, it can go. It could be nasty. Do you know what? I'm dreading the Brighton game even more. I think of the two games, I think this is the game that we can actually get something from. But the what do you call it game? I'm concerned. I'm concerned about that next week. You know, especially if Mateta leaves before next weekend as well. You know, so it's gonna be a bad one. So put in the chat, how do you think how should we approach this Chelsea game? You know, let me see what your thoughts are as well. Whilst you're doing that, I'm going to try and sort out OTC because I think he's gone into the wrong place. Let me see. Let me send him this. Any luck, Chairman?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. I can hear you now. Yes, sir. Chairman, how are you feeling about this Chelsea game?
I'm worried about it, to be honest with you, because I hope that Glasner shows the same quality as Mark did when he wanted to go, but he still kept his performances up. And now we've got Mateta wanting to go as well. And I've read about 10 minutes ago, Lerma said he wants to go as well now. And he's had offers from back in Colombia and Brazil. So I don't know, really. I mean, I can't see us getting anything out of the game. I think anything we get out of the game would be a bonus. But I can't believe it's just such a mess at the moment, isn't it? It really is. It's just incredible how since probably Shelbourne, we've just dropped off a cliff, haven't we? And just been absolute rubbish. Don't get it. I really don't get it. I mean, I think everyone's got to take some blame, and Parish and Glasner and just about everybody, because it's just we've got ourselves into a right mess, haven't we? And we don't really seem to be buying anybody. And if we get outbidded by Wrexham for a player, I know something's seriously wrong there, isn't there? But honestly, I would love to see us get something out of it. I really can't see it though.
Absolutely. Tim, welcome. What I'm going to do, I'm going to let you and Chairman have a chat. I'm going to try and sort out the guests because he's still struggling to join and stuff. So I'll be gone for a minute. But I hope you're well, Tim.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Can I have? I mean, Chairman, I'll just echo.
Go for it, mate.
I'm very frustrated, and I've been off. I'm doing, with my local church, I'm doing a fast, but I'm not doing food fast. I'm doing a YouTube fast. So I haven't been able to see most of and I guess that's better for my mental health, but I'm with you, man. I am very frustrated with the club and in particular the transfer business. I think there are some things that have been just really shambolic, just terrible. I'm very frustrated with Glasner too. And I have to say, like, my number one thing that I really felt, I'm going to say I felt hurt by it, is there were a number of things he said that I fully agree with. The business has not been good enough. There's been some areas where he has been absolutely let down. And I think that's objectively true. But when he said, and I am paraphrasing, but this is pretty close to a direct quote, he said, the Crystal Palace can stay with Oliver Glasner as manager or somebody else. I don't care. And I heard that and I said, you don't effing care?
No,
don't tell me you don't effing care. You are the manager of my club. If you don't care, then who does care? Like, that was very hurtful. I was really bothered by that.
I must admit, I didn't hear him say that. But what I want to ask you, Tim, is Glasner told, I know we're going off track a bit, it's Chelsea, but I know Rich is trying to shorten the Chelsea fan. We'll talk more about Chelsea in a minute. But what I want to say is Glasner told Parish he wasn't going to sign in October. Fair enough. Mm-hmm. He could have easily waited to the end of the season and said, "Okay, I've had a thought about. I'm going to go."
Right.
But how are we going to buy a player now if they know
Right.
the player knows that he's going anyway? I mean, how's that going to work?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It is. It really did feel like selfish, immature, lashing out. That was not helpful to us. I struggle to see. He said that it just, everybody should know that this is happening, and so it allows for planning. Come on. Like, that doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help our club in any way, shape, or form to go out and announce that, hey, by the way, I'm gone. Like, I'm sure there were legitimate strategic reasons that they decided to keep it between themselves, and then all of a sudden those are gone. It just felt like lashing out to me. And I understand why he would have lashed out, because it is, I think I'm with him on this part. If it is true that he was notified after training all week with Mark that on 10:30 a.m., like a couple of hours before they had to leave to go to Sunderland, and by the way, they had to take Chatty Riyadh off the under-21s bus, so they had cover, and all of a sudden, all of his training has just been undermined from that week. Yeah, I would be furious too. I'd be absolutely fuming. So
I do agree with that. What I would say is that we read about this in the papers and the internet 3 days before he went.
Totally.
One thing I would agree with him is he said that losing a player on the eve of a game rips your heart out.
Yeah.
But what about the 30, 40,000 Palace fans having the manager telling us the eve before a game that I ain't signing? It rips our heart out as well.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you feel abandoned. How about us? How about,
exactly.
I mean, we've been backing you all. I mean, and he's been very clear, and I think,
sorry, guys.
I think rightly so.
OTC, right?
Hey, how are you? We're just having a small rant, and then we'll get off of this and get on to Chelsea. But I totally agree with you, Chairman. I feel like he has felt and he has talked to the backing that the fans have given him, and I think rightly so. Like, we have really been behind this man. And I think a lot of us feel some of the things he has expressed, some of the frustrations he's expressed, but the way he's gone about it and the way he has thrown a tantrum here, I'm not having it. It's not for me. I don't think I really think he's let himself down here, Chairman. I really do.
Massively.
I think that is, I expected better. I didn't expect him to stay, but I did expect him to conduct himself better.
I think he could have liked it in the season. And I also think because we're now out of both cup competitions and he's gone public with it, I think Parish must have known he's going public. So Parish had personally said, well, you're not staying. I'm not going to lose £20 million. I'm going to sell him anyway. Yeah, I think that's basically what happened.
Yeah, it's really it's been really poor. It's been
I feel abandoned. We're orphans now.
Yeah, it feels disheartening. So I'll set you up here, Rich, to go into Chelsea here. So this is my take, and I'd be curious as we get into the Chelsea talk here. This feels like it's time for the players now. I need some senior players. Max, Chris Richards will use players to fill the void and step up and make sure that you give the best available effort, because I think we're going to be under it from the very first kick in this game versus Chelsea. I think we're really going to be under pressure right away. Just
one quick thing before Rich brings in OTC. Do you remember the documentary Amazon done on Palace when they were getting promoted and they brought Holloway in and basically ruined it? And Milej Jednak said all the players just said, sorry, we're not going to listen to him. We're going to do it ourselves. And they completed. Well, we need that team spirit now, don't we?
We really do. We really do. We need the squad to step in and just be the leader. There's 100%. A leadership void. We need them to step in and provide it.
Down to Max.
100%.
Go on, Rich. Down to you, mate. So we had our rant. Oh, and we should have bought Gallagher. Massively.
Oh, I heard all of it.
Right. OTC, you know about a club running under disarray. Just quickly, what do you make of this Palace debacle before we talk about the Chelsea one?
Honestly, and I said it to Richard a couple of guys before. If Palace don't get their ideas together, they're in serious trouble of being relegated, even next season or the next following season after that. There's been teams in their position who have not strengthened, who have just basically spent what they got and just basically hoped and pray, get a couple of loan signings, like Southampton. Who else? Fulham did that a couple of years ago, and then these clubs went straight down. So Palace needs to get their act together. They've not they've not replaced SARR, they've not replaced Eze. Then they're looking to get rid of their club captain in or they got rid of the club captain in Mark Gahey, which I'm not sure why we didn't get a goal for him. To me personally, I know you talked about leadership, but when you get rid of your captain and your manager is talking about, or he said announced that he's leaving, I don't know what much else anyone could do after that point. They basically were just hoping and praying that, you know, a couple of players are be professional, but I mean, it's difficult. It's a tall order. It's a big. Wait, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
There's a
hear
noise
you.
in the background.
There is some like Dalek noise in the background. I'm not one to talk. My thing's lagging.
Oh, I
so-
can't hear you lot. Okay, mic check. You can hear me, right? No,
yeah,
you
we can
can't
hear
hear.
you.
Oh, sorry. All right, no problem. Sorry, it was just completely definite. All right. But
Yeah, there's a
in
bit of
general,
interference your end.
okay. Well, hopefully it's working out. In general, I do seriously believe that Palace needs to get their ideas in order. Really needs to get their ideas in order. No more local players. No more. They just need to spend a lot of money on basically very good young players. And I know it's rich coming from us, like, but they need to get another Eze. They need to get another Mark Gay. They need to be honest with you, I don't know what else they could do with that. Well, Glasnow's leaving. The replacement afterwards, I mean, it's a bit of a problem. I'll be honest with you guys. If I was in your position, I would not be optimistic. I would just hope and pray that, you know, each game that the players show up. But outside of that, I will not be optimistic because the club have not shown a lot of ambition. We've got about, 8 days left to the transfer window. It's still not looking good for Palace in general. So I'd be concerned. You got rid of your two best centre backs in Anderson and Gahey.
I wouldn't agree with that. Sorry.
We got Max, so it's all right.
Exactly. We sold Anderson £30 million. We've got Max for about 1/3 of the price. He was a much better player.
Yeah, that's probably the best business we've done recently. To be fair, I will say I'd only challenge one thing you're saying there, OTC, which is this. Mary touched about it in her comment. We're not a club that has to spend a ton of money. I don't think we have to get to that point. But I think the board comes in for a lot of criticism about the way they've spent the money, when they've spent the money, where they've gone recruiting. I think there's a lot of criticism that the board deserves for being, I think they've had a lot of misses, especially over the last 3 windows in terms of recruiting. I don't think that's about more money, but I do think it is about timing, where you put your capital to work, how you put. I mean, there's been a lot of misses, and you can't tell me that with the money that we have spent, we couldn't have done better. I think it is fair to say.
Sorry to interfere. OTC, I think it might be your Bluetooth headset that's causing. It's when you speak. There's a
now in the background, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
Do you have a wired headset? Anyway, but that's my point. Is like I don't think more money is better if we get it, but clearly you could look at the money we've spent and have we done well enough? I think the answer is no.
Yeah, I can't agree with you. What I would say about this weekend, though, and I think it's a massive fillet, is that SARR and MUNOZ are back. When they did their video today, you saw them both out on the field. So
yeah,
and I think that's
really
going to be that is made our right side so much stronger. It really is.
Yeah,
and we've got some pace up front finally.
Not just pace, just someone that makes the right decision.
Yeah.
Right.
You know. Let's just check OTC. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you, Mac. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
That sounded a lot better as well. Talk to us about Chelsea this season, because as much as
for the start,
as much as it sounds as if it's bad, I don't think you're doing too bad. Like, I don't know. Am I looking at this wrong?
Look, at the start of the season, I was thinking that we could have finished third and, done like a baby horse, finished third, but, set out foundations to win the league the following season. Our manager has left, a month ago? Or sorry, like a few weeks ago. We hired a guy who, I'll be honest with you, is not good enough to even manage in a championship. That's his championship is his level.
Who are you talking about?
I don't even think.
Oh, you're talking about Liam Rossinier? You think Liam Rossinier is not up to it?
He's not up for it.
Wow.
Do you know what? We were like, we'll take him if Glasner.
Yeah.
Send him to Palace.
Send him to Palace. Jeez.
Yeah. Honest to God, yeah. Firstly, Maresca, look, I wanted Maresca to stay. I think he proved himself. But at the time when we got him, he was not good enough. So Maresca was not good enough, but we got lucky because he learned a lot of things from Prep, and he was making a lot of mistakes on the job, but he was a quick learner. Rossinier, mate.
What was the reason why Maresca left? Because obviously you hear so much noise. Was he calling out the board?
So this is what happened. Maresca at the end of the Club World Cup. Well, Maresca's this is what happened. Last season, his job, he's given a 5-year contract. His job was to get us into the top 4 and win the Conference League. He got us into the top 4, by the last day. He won the Conference League. And on top of that, he won the Club World Cup, which we were not expecting to win at all. No Chelsea fan was saying we're going to win the Club World Cup with our squad. So he overachieved, technically. So at the start next season, with the players that we had and the fact that he was proving himself, as the game's gone on, he was thinking, you know what? Let's progress further. He wanted some players. He wanted 2 centre-backs. We didn't get any. We ended up, he wanted a good left winger, and we signed Gittins and Garnacho. Meanwhile, Semenyo was on the market, and, we said, oh, no, we don't want Semenyo. Okay? We needed a striker. We got Delat, who ended up being injured, and we got a Brighton number 10 in Pedro, who basically pushed up front, who's not a striker. And we kept Robert Sanchez, but we should have got a goalkeeper. So he was not back in the summer. The players that we've got were not good enough. As the season went on, he was micromanaged by Ed Barley and by the board. They were literally after every game and after every moment, he had to basically do a whole dossier about how his players are doing, and effectively he was being dictated to as to which players he should be playing and which players he can't be playing in based on the medical team. And the medical
You're gone.
Oh no.
It's Marcel Marceau, look.
OTC, your sound's gone. Your sound's gone.
Todd Bowley's in the chat. Todd Bowley's in the chat.
I mean, to be fair, while he's fixing his sound, I'm sure, though, if you're an owner and you've bunged £1 billion into your team in the last 2 years, you're going to micromanage it as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
And they haven't bought enough players already.
I think the thing that was weird with it all is that at the time, Maresca, he's done a good job.
I thought he did a good job.
Yeah, I think
he's done an
he did a good
exceptional
job.
And
I must admit, See, Liam Rosina, Strasbourg is basically Chelsea's B team, isn't it? So it was a cheap option to get him, but he had Strasbourg punching well above their weight.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
he didn't want to leave. He had no choice.
No, exactly, because he's owned by Blueco. Yeah, they're going to make him move. Of course they are. And they've got a young, vibrant manager, so I don't really see what the problem is, personally.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm a little bit annoyed, though, because I think if Rosina had stayed, we might have had a chance with Panicelli. You know, because obviously Rosina wanted to play Omega.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, I love to hear Chelsea fans complaining about they've got no players. My God. They've got about 60 players, isn't it?
First world problems. Yeah, for sure. I mean, the thing about Rosenior, and I'll kick this to you, OTC. The thing that I find so interesting for it as why I would want him as Palace boss is what he showed at Strasbourg is they were developing and bringing through young players. Can you name a team? Can I think of a team that needs a manager that can bring through young players?
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, we would love that. So, I mean, maybe there are some things he needs to work on, but I mean, he's got a heck of a record bringing young players through, right?
What I would say about that, Tim, though, is with Chelsea's setup, they can buy the best young players around.
Of course,
and then ship them over to Strasbourg. So
absolutely,
they're not coming through like their academy. It's been bought by Chelsea and go and get some game time.
That is fair.
And come back when you're worth 50 million, and that's basically what's happening.
Yeah, that is completely fair. I mean, you're not buying them from a standing start. You're buying them from a running start. That's fair.
Yeah, and guess what player's going to be on their way to Strasbourg in a couple of years? Jesse Derry.
Yeah,
Do you think so?
I think
it
so.
might be. Yeah, that's a fair point.
It's obviously a good breeding ground for him, isn't it? So,
no, absolutely, it is.
I mean, look, as far as I'm concerned, let him go because whatever the sell-on fee is, you know, get him there and get him sold and get some money into the Palace coffers. Right?
That's if we've put one on there. Like I said, we don't do well at selling.
yeah.
Well, they do well at selling, though. They do well at selling. So if they sell it for us and we get something out of it, then fair enough.
Here's a question for you guys. So now SARR's back. So you basically got SARR, Pino, and Brennan Johnson for 2 places, isn't you?
Yep.
Who gets dropped?
No
Mateta.
chance. No
Mateta.
chance. Mateta. Yeah. So this is interesting. I want you to say more about this because I thought the same thing, Rich. You start SARR up top with Johnson on the right and Pino on the left.
Yeah.
I'm all right with that, right? I'm all right
A good
with
bit of
that.
pace up front.
Yeah.
I think it depends on Mateta's attitude. I know Mateta's. I know he wants to go, and I know he's got a terrible XG, i.e., missing it. But what he does give you up front is a bit of strength, isn't he? And I don't think SARR can do that job of knocking their defenders around. But if we can play it around him, then yes. But we just can't do that because our midfield has gone so anti-creative. How are we going to pass through their defence?
Yeah, I think with a team like Chelsea, and when I look back to when they lost to Sunderland, it was just counter-attack and they couldn't defend well.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that pace is going to be key. If Mateta has to start, I will drop Pino for this one, just for the pace factor.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. And that's not like I know a lot of fans are like iffy about Pino. I like him as a player. I can see what's there. He just needs to get stronger and sort out his final pass. But my goodness me, he scored, and he only needs to shoot like when it's a worldie, no tappings. He doesn't know how to score tappings.
I mean, arguably, he was the best offensive player up at Sunderland. I'm not saying that was any kind of performance to write home about. The first half was okay. The second half was dreadful. Yeah. But he was the one creating the most out there, was he not?
Yeah. And I mean, Johnson delivered some beautiful crosses, by the way. I was like, oh, these crosses were really good. Yeah. Just had not many bodies in the box. So
I think he's got the delicate touch. We can see that. And I think his passing is the idea is right, the execution is poor, and I think physically he just gets bummed off the ball. Now, obviously, he will bulk up because Kamada did the same thing in the first year as well, didn't he? And once he had a season, his biggest problem, Pino, we haven't got a season to bed him in. Like Kamada, we had we've lost Eze, and he's just got to go straight in there and do something, isn't he? And that's where the problem, which is probably why in Europe Pino's doing well, because they're not so physical. There's not so much pressing, so he gets more time on the ball. It's like in the Premiership, you get just no time. And I said that to JC this afternoon, which is why Tottenham are doing well in Europe, because no one presses, and in the league they do rubbish because no one presses.
That's a great point. On that note, then, Chairman, who would your 11 be? And then we'll go to Tim on that as well.
Who's left? I think at the back of Henderson, I put Rich up front, Tim at right. I put Nick in the dugout for his ball knowledge. No, I'm only joking. Right. I think the way it is.
The appearance, I'll do a job. I don't mind.
Obviously Henderson, and obviously I would put Munoz in. Hopefully he's fit enough to play 90 minutes, and then it'll be Richards, Max. I would put Cambo in personally. I think Lerma's good in the air, but he just sells positionally just all over the place. Mitchell at the back. I would then probably put Lerma and Walton in midfield. I would have SARR, Brennan Johnson, and if Mateta is going to play, I'll stick him up front. If Mateta doesn't play, Pino and then SARR up front. That's how I would go personally. I think he'll play Mateta personally.
I think so too. And just on that, if he does play Mateta, what do you think the reaction is going to be at the ground?
Oh, it might be real toxic on Sunday. I hope not, but it might be.
I think if he runs around and he shows willing and he shows the application, I don't think people will be too bothered about it. But if he goes out on the field and he's just strolling around, he's winning, he's losing every tackle, he's not doing anything, and I think people get on his back.
I mean, the first time he misses an open chance, I think the Boo Birds might be coming out.
I don't even think he'll take the from a try. I think the first time he miscontrols the ball, he's going to hear it.
Yeah,
or if a ball's clipped to an area and he doesn't run for it.
I think probably more the question is, what's the reaction of Glasner's going to be like more than Mateta?
Oh,
I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't know either. And the fan base seems to be split on Glasner, which I understand. I think two things can be true. I think I'm really disappointed in Glasner. I have to say, I love Steve Parrish, but I am more disappointed in Steve right now. And I'll tell you why. Steve, where are you? I think he's doing the classic PR thing of putting out some stories through the media and kind of letting the media talk for him. This ain't the time for that.
It seems quite petulant from him, doesn't it? Like, come out and say something.
It doesn't feel right. It feels, I hate saying this because I should never accuse anybody of this, but it feels like it's not the time to be cowardly. It's the time to be courageous and get in front of the because you're going to get it. Like, and I get it. I don't think I would want to be bothered with it either, but because he's going to get it and he's going to hear it if he's out in front of the fans. And I wouldn't like that either, but look, man, you're the chairman, and it's a hard time, and everybody in the fan base is feeling it. So at least show us that A, you're feeling it, and B, you're doing something about it. Like, we can't even see what you're doing about it. That is, I don't think it's words. Maddening thing.
I don't think it's words. I think it's action, and I think he doesn't have to say anything. If we get into the window, we've got 3 players in. I think people will say nothing about it.
Fair enough.
We get to the window, we've got nothing in. Yeah, there's going to be problems.
Fair enough. Like if that's going to be the focus.
Yeah, got to get the players in. It's so important.
Right. Yeah, and I think you're probably right. But I still think you could do both. Yeah. And it's probably worth it to just show up, man. Because right now it's a vacuum. Glasner has put his stamp on. He's said what he said, and he ain't taking it back. So in the absence of that, you have nothing from the club. Yeah. In fact, we're pretending on, even worse, we're pretending on the website that those comments didn't even happen. Doesn't exist. That is great. That is, and look, I'm in the United States right now where everything is bonkers. Nothing is, I mean, like reality is bent everywhere. And this is even like, can you imagine like what I'm living with right now and what I'm looking at Palace? This is actually worse. I can't even believe I'm saying that. That is crazy. Sorry.
It's funny, really, because when we got demoted out of the Europa League, you couldn't get Parish off the telly, could you? Now you want to hear from him, you can't see him.
Yeah, and you can't see him.
God, OTC's back now anyway.
Tim, just quickly before we go back to OTC, who would your 11 be?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a hot take here. I would go with SARR up front. Well, let's start from the back, which is what my hottest take is gonna be. It's Dino, and then the three center backs will be Lacroix, Richards, and Mitchell. The two wing backs would be MUNOZ and Devaney on the left side, because he can actually play left-sided. You're not going to play him out of position. And I'll take Mitchell in the left-sided center back. In the middle, I agree with Chairman. I'd take Lerma and Wharton. You need a little steel. You need some strength in the middle for sure. And then I'd play SARR up front with Johnson on the right, Pino on the left. And then Mateta off the bench. I'll take JP off the bench. I think he could make a difference off the bench. So, yeah, that's what I would do. I'd really mix it up and see what happens, because I do think Ty can play there in the left-sided center back.
Sure. OTC, can you hear us? We can't hear you.
Oh no!
You know,
oh no!
OTC, we'll leave it. Using your fingers. What's your score prediction?
Maybe he can't hear us either.
I'll message you.
Maybe.
I'll message you.
He's got headphones on now, look, with a microphone. Fair enough.
2-0 Chelsea.
I mean, look, this is what I hope. If OTC's performance with his technology today is anything like what Chelsea shows up with on Sunday on the pitch, I'll take it. I'll take it. Poor guy. I'm sorry, man.
Football skills, Tim.
Oh. Bad form, all we can say is that when we started that season, losing the first 7 games of the season without scoring a goal, who was the first game we won? Who were actually the champions at the time?
It was Chelsea.
Right, it was Chelsea.
So we have got history.
We do have history there.
Yeah, indeed. Right, OTC. Since you can't hear us, we'll let you go. See you later.
Good to see you.
He can't hear us.
No, he's right. Oh yeah, he's gone. Yeah.
Right, final bits, guys, and then we'll wrap up. So
I love that Alex is having to go at me about if Palace is taking the piss more than the president. That's fair enough, Alex. But seriously, it does feel like that anyway. I'll stop.
Final bits. Do we think the HF still sing the Glasgow songs?
Good point. I don't think so, really personally.
Yeah,
I think, to be fair, I don't think they'll sing it, and I don't think they'll sing anything bad about him. I just don't think they'll lucky pretend he wasn't there, innit?
What if we're winning?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're winning, then people forget everything, don't they?
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Yeah. It could just literally be for them muscle memory. And next minute, Holy Glasgow's Red Blue Army. We don't know. Or what's the other one? We're going to Germany. That one. We've got.
Yeah, and that's the pedo song, isn't it?
Yep. That's a really good question, though, Rich. I mean, you'd think so. I guess it also depends on. I mean, I got to wake up early to see the press conference tomorrow. But does anybody else think that's going to be absolute box office? I mean, for sure, right?
I'm literally, because it's about 1:30, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 6:30 a.m. here, so I don't know what I'm 7 hours different. So
I'm already telling the kids that I've got in my class, go on a laptop, leave me alone. I've got something to listen to.
box office, right? It's going to be box office.
This is a massive press conference.
Yeah.
You know that every press from everywhere is going to be there tomorrow, isn't it? They're going to be press from everywhere.
Absolutely. And then there's going to be Sky cameras, obviously, I think it's on Sky Sports on Sunday. But normally when it's a Palace game, they'll talk about all the big 16 for like 45, 50 minutes and then give Palace a 10-minute segment. I think we're going to dominate the whole media proceedings this whole weekend.
And to be fair, I think Gladys has brought this on himself because he knows he was going. Apparently, he shouldn't have said anything. He should have waited, because if he never said anything, I said this earlier, Rich, when he wasn't in. As I said to Tim, how are you going to buy a player knowing full well the manager's leaving?
Right.
If he'd have said nothing and just gone at the end of the season, I've had to think about it. I've given it 6 months. I've decided not to. A little white lie. Everyone would have been happy. Said, okay, fair enough.
Yep, that's right. And he's already lied, by the way. Like on Friday, he said, and I'm paraphrasing, but he said was last press conference. He said, like, look, Mark is going. And then he wanted to take these pains after he said he was leaving. Like, this isn't about, he said it wasn't about transfers and that he had a good relationship with the chairman. That was obviously a lie. He got found out on Saturday. He got found out 24 hours later. So, yeah, would it have killed him to just keep his freaking mouth shut to help us out in the window?
Just playing a little bit of devil's advocate as well on that. Because now, obviously, this transfer window, it's massive.
Yeah.
And we always seem to say that, to be honest, when it comes to Palace. But it seems as if we are to get any players in the next 11 days, it's going to be players for the next manager. Probably. Which I'm going to guess Parish has an idea who it might be. I think Roger Smith's gone down to 2-1 in the odds. Don't know how true that is. Don't know what formation he plays often. I believe it's 4 at the back, but we'll see. So that's the question now. Who we bring in is, number one, is it going to fit the system currently?
That's a big question.
Does Glasner play him?
I mean, if you play 4 at the back, you knock MUNOZ out of a job, don't you? Because you need a full-back, not a wing-back, innit? And that's the problem, isn't it?
Yep.
Then you need probably another midfielder then, and another striker. You'll play 4-4-2 then, wouldn't you? I think he'll be leaning towards a similar sort of manager profile, playing a similar sort of style, because we've got the players for it. We can't even field. I mean, we can't put 2 strikers out because we ain't got 2 strikers.
It is bad.
Yeah, I mean, I think our
loan signing's enough though for us. I remember there's also a lack of restriction of the amount of loans you can make.
You can make 2 from the Premiership, I think it is, and I think you can make about 3 or 4 overall. But the other have got to be outside, haven't they?
Yeah.
This is a point. He does play 4 at the back for Colombia.
Does he?
He plays right back.
Yeah.
Does score 3 goals for him.
He is terrific, and
he's
he
just
actually.
A man machine, isn't he? Then if that's the case, then why have we pulled out of the whole El Oadi deal? Then just
is that official? Have we pulled out of that deal?
Well, I don't know if we have, but it's 11 days to go, and there's rumors that we're not looking at a right back. These rumors came out today that we're not looking at a right back.
I saw that
because MUNOZ is back, and we've got Real Cardines coming back.
And
we've also dragged Danny Emery back from his loan when he was doing well, which was stupid.
Yeah.
And then they also mentioned Klein, which is nonsense. I mean, anyway, Monday week I'll save my rants.
I mean, you could argue. I think the only place you could argue, really, right wing back cover has been desperate for years. By the way, so is left wing back cover now, unless Justin Devaney is it. But you could argue that left wing back cover is also necessary because surely Sosa's not it.
Yeah, he's gone.
But right wing back cover it's been important for a long time. The only area I think I could argue it is if you have a center back on a loan and your intention is still to develop Chatty Riyad and JD Canvo the rest of this season, and you need somebody to cover at center back, okay, I will take an experienced center back on a loan who I can trust. What's that?
I said that. I totally agree with you. I said that all along. Just get 2 experienced loan players in for half the season just to get it through the end of the season. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
And
because
that
that is an area where theoretically there is some cover, but you can't excuse right wing back. I don't think you can excuse left wing back. I don't think you can excuse the 10s or the strikers. So you still need players.
Yeah.
Yeah. But not only that, obviously, when it comes to the summer, we might expect another 4 or 5 out. So we may actually need another 7 players in the summer.
A lot of players.
Lerma's out of contract in the summer as well, is it? I didn't realise that. Mm-hmm. And they're talking about if anyone comes in for an offer, they'll sell him.
Yeah, Wharton will be on his way out, most likely.
Yeah.
And
there's not enough coming in, even though David Ozo, I think, is starting to establish himself at Derby. But he's a squad player. He's a squad player when he comes in. I want him back next season, but he's going to be depth. He's not going to be a starter. No chance.
Do you know, I personally don't think Walt will go this year because I think he needs another year. I mean, I know we said that he's a brilliant player, don't get me wrong. And to us, he's an £80 million player. And I think that's what Palace will value him at. But I don't think people on the outside, they see it as a great passer. But for an £80 million player, you've got to be getting a few goals and a few assists here and there. But I think everything hinges on the manager. And I think if we get a good manager in, I think Walton stays. If we get a nobody, then he's off on his way, isn't he? And I think that's the problem. It's all hinges on the manager. It's a big, huge decision, isn't it? Because if we get to make the decision wrong, we'll be relegation candidates next year. You mark my words.
Yep, agree.
It's a massive decision.
Can I give some good news here, just to break things up a little bit?
The 21s?
The FA Youth Cup right now is Newcastle 0, Palace 2, and watch that second goal from Benji Casey. Nice. I highly rate Benji. He's not ready for the first team, but Benji Casey is a terrific player, honestly. Yeah. He's so good.
Absolutely. Guys, look, we'll end it there. I'm looking forward to the press conference. Like, it's
going to be box office.
I might go live tomorrow when I get in from work, just to talk about that press conference. I think there's just going to be so much about it to talk about.
Hey, Rich, can you get it on Season Ticket Plus?
Yeah.
The press conference?
Yeah.
Okay. I might watch it myself tomorrow.
Yeah, so I've already got my login there for my computer there, ready to go and stuff. I'm going to be like, let's listen to this intently. And obviously we'll wait for the embargo section where I'm sure Bobby Manzi will tweet out any additional questions and stuff. But yeah, look, Sunday's around the corner. Let's enjoy the fact that SARR and MUNOZ are back, because that might just give us something going forward.
Let's hope.
And it gives Wharton something to pass to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. Some runs in behind, please, for the love of God.
You know, guys, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. Thank you for bearing with us, obviously, with my lagging and OTC sound. He did send me a message and he did apologize as well. Tim, German, thanks for joining us.
No problem.
Like I said, potentially could go live tomorrow. I'll see how I'm feeling when I get home from work. It's been a mad week.
There you go.
Now I'm going to watch The Traitors. I need to catch up on that. Great show. Oh, and I've been watching The Traitors US, by the way, Tim.
I have not been do you are you recommending Traitors? I've not watched it.
I watched it as well. It's an excellent show.
Is it
Tim?
Excellent?
Yes. It's like the ballroom in Palace. Is everyone stabbing each other in the back?
It's traumatizing. Okay, got it.
Yeah, so start with the US ones, because obviously that's what you're going to be familiar with, but then get to the British ones. The New Zealand ones are right. Australia's not great.
Okay, fair enough.
Sweet.
Fair enough.
Guys, like, share, subscribe, and as always, up the Palace.
Up the Palace. Eagles.
Eagles.